What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ty, behind the camera, and sitting in front of us is the all-new 2024 Chevy Blazer EV. Now this one is in the RS trim level, finished in the Riptide Blue Metallic. Absolutely futuristic looking vehicle this is, inside and out. And I'm just going to show you just that. So throughout this video, we're going to take a look at the exterior, detail all the features. We'll then pop the hood and see what's going on in there, discuss all the powertrain figures. We'll see what the trunk looks like, as well as the rear seats, and work our way forward to the front seats. So we'll get all of the details, all the buttons and switches, an explanation of what this car is all about. Now, if you're looking for a first-person POV test drive of the Blazer EV, I'm going to strap this GoPro to my head in another video, so make sure to check my channel where you could see what it's like to drive the Blazer EV. But a little bit about this particular one: it is an all-wheel drive example, and it does have the convenience and driver confidence package. So we have a nicely loaded up RS trim for us to take a look at today. Now, let's start up front with our headlamps, where as you can see, once we come up to the car, we have the welcoming lights. Looks very, very neat with the complete light bar. Even the Chevrolet emblem lights up too. And we do have LEDs for all of it. So daytime running lights, the light bar, the high and low beams, as well as the turn signals are all LED powered. Take a look at that, all illuminated. And just such a futuristic looking car all the way around. Again, like I said, inside and out. Nice blacked out portion for where the grille would be, I guess, on an internal combustion engine vehicle. Blacked out portion where with the RS emblem and the blacked out Chevy emblem as well. So very nice looking front end, with some glossy black portions too below the headlights and towards the bottom. Now, taking a look at our hood, we have a nice short hood, which gives us a lot more room on the inside of the vehicle. And take a look at these 21-inch wheels that come on the RS. We have kind of these smaller machined face to the wheel and kind of black pockets in there. And look at that, 6 lug nuts too. Our tires measure 275/45. And this Blazer EV actually rides very, very compliant, and you'll see that in our test drive video, so make sure you check that out. Now, next thing is our charge port door, which is pretty huge. You just press those little 2 lines there, and it'll pop right open. Now, once we get into the under the hood portion, I'll talk about charging times and things like that. But that is our charge port door. You can remove this as well if needed. And we just press a little button here to close it up, and it will slowly whir closed. Now pay attention to the gloss black that surrounds the wheels and goes down the side of the vehicle. That'll protect your nice blue paint as well. We have glossy black all around your windows, even on your mirror caps and on the roof rails. Switching around so that we can see the mirrors, we do have LED turn signal indicators, and as well as the blind spot warning. And there's also a 360-degree view camera system on this car. There's one underneath each mirrors, and also one at the front as well as one at the rear. Now, as far as our door handles go, we do have smart key entry on all 4 of them with this little chrome button here, so you just tap that to lock and unlock. And for this particular car, we have a sticker price of $60,215. We have this nice kind of floating roof appearance that even continues into your rear spoiler. Pretty good looking appearance for that. And we can see we have the shark fin antenna up top. We have our 3rd brake light, 3rd wiper, and take a look at our tail lights. Very nice, same theme with the LEDs going. We have LED turn signals, brake lights, and tail lights as well. And the rear also has an animation too when you unlock the vehicle, so take a look at that. Definitely quite the neat feature. And we have the Blazer badging with the E kind of in this blue script there to tell you it's an EV. We have parking sensors in the rear, lots of glossy black going on here, and our blacked out Chevy emblem. Just below the Chevy emblem, we have 2 cameras, one for your reversing camera and the other for your rear view camera mirror. And then right over here, we have a trunk release. We also have our all-wheel drive RS badging. So, definitely quite the futuristic looking EV here. Very excited to check this out. Let me know what you guys think of the styling in the comments. Taking a look under the hood of the Blazer EV, we don't have a whole lot to look at, and there isn't any storage, but I figure this is a good time to talk about our powertrain. There are quite a few actually, and we'll get into most of them briefly here. So basically we'll have an 85 kilowatt hour battery pack for this car, and we also have 150 kilowatt hour DC fast charging capable on this car. Now, uniquely enough, you can get the Blazer EV at launch at either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Now, the rear-wheel drive model will come with about 320 miles of EV range, and all-wheel drive like this one, of course, we have two motors, and that will come with about 279 miles of EV range. And you also get 288 horsepower to 333 pound-feet of torque with the all-wheel drive. And front-wheel drive is coming, so this has to be one of the only cars out there that's available in all the different drivetrain configurations, that being front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and rear-wheel drive. So that is pretty neat. But again, not too much to look at under here, just a couple of fluid reservoirs to check on, and that's about it. Popping the hatch on the Blazer EV reveals a nice large opening. There's no obstruction with height, so because the roof doesn't dip down really at all, so we can get some nice tall items in here. And once you get back here, lots and lots of space. You can see we have LED illumination to either side, also some space to put a cargo shade. And we also have some room underneath too, where you can see our dual level charging cord comes with the vehicle. And just a little bit more storage underneath the cargo floor with some tools. We also have tie downs over here, and we can also fold down the rear seats at a 60-40 split, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. Now, if you're feeling strong, you can either close the tailgate with the handle or just press the button. Let's get our first glance at the interior with the rear seats, where we have a nice soft to the touch material all the way up here. Some kind of leatherette down here with your armrest, and take a look at the blue and red stitching on this car. You also get some pretty nice cloth material here too. Some pretty cool trim, almost kind of mimics a carbon fiber look with your door handle. 6 speakers on the EV RS as well, and we do get a little bit of storage. Lots and lots of space back here thanks to the nice flat floor, and we also get some pretty darn good looking seats too. As you can see, leatherette on the outside, we have some cloth and then also some suede right where you sit. And we also have the handle up here to fold the seats down. As you can see, the seats will fold down nice and flat to match the cargo floor, so you can load some larger items in there. Now, this switch also acts as a reclining function for the back seats as well. One more thing you can fold down is the armrest, and it does have a couple of cup holders. Let's hop in and see how much room there really is back here. Now, I adjusted the front seat to a normal driving position for myself, and I'm about 5'10". Take a look at that, plenty of room back here. No surprise, the Blazer EV has a lot of interior room. And again, nice flat floor, so you could fit 3 people across back here. You have some really neat looking air vents that kind of match the ones up front. 2 USB-C connections, and also heated seats back here too. We have a full black headliner as well as some illumination back here as well. All right, let's take a look at the main event, the driver's cockpit. A little bit nicer materials up here with this kind of leatherette color with some red stitching up top, and definitely pretty comfy to rest your elbow up here when you're driving. Some more of that darker trim. We also have 2-person memory with an easy exit mode for the driver's seat, your lock unlock buttons. Taking a look down here, we have all of our window controls, our power folding mirror adjustments as well. And again, more of that blue and red stitching. I really like that detail there. A bit more storage down here, and also the ability to pop your trunk and a speaker on the driver's door as well. On the left of the dash, we have this very neat looking air vent, just like we saw back, but this has even got some kind of red trim on the bezels there, so that's pretty cool. We have our electronic parking brake. We can also turn on and off your lane keeping assist and our auto hold function with these two buttons here, as well as adjust the brightness of your gauges. Take a look down here. We have our release to tilt and telescope the steering wheel. We also have a hood release here. Make sure you pull it twice, and our pedals. Some pretty nice looking driver and front passenger seat in this car. Some suede on our headrests with the RS logo embossed. Definitely some multicolor stitching going on, and also piping. Combination of leatherette, cloth, and suede on the seat, so pretty darn nice. In addition to that, they are fully powered with two-way lumbar. Let's hop in and check out the rest of the features. Now that we're seated inside the Blazer EV, wow, quite the interior. And I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about, how it looks so futuristic, both inside and out. Just a massive 17.7-inch screen, as well as a large driver's information cluster. And as soon as you close the door, the vehicle's power will turn on for you automatically. Here goes the key for the Blazer EV. We have a pretty traditional Chevy key here with the unlock lock, remote start, trunk release, and the panic alarm. We also have a little button at the side to release a physical key, and the blacked out Chevy emblem on the back. Again, all you have to do to start the vehicle is kind of get inside and shut the door, put your foot on the brake, and you're ready to go. But let's check out this steering wheel. Nice looking steering wheel, which is also heated, which I'm going to activate that right now. We have smooth leather stitching on the inside, red stitching that is, with a little RS logo at the bottom. And you have this kind of blacked out chrome appearance too for the accents on the steering wheel. We have all of our adaptive cruise control functionalities over here. And then all of our mainly media controls with the addition of the heated steering wheel. Also some functionalities to adjust the driver's display up there with the page button, the up and down, as well as the music icon there. And you also have voice commands. On the back of the steering wheel, kind of here in this kind of paddle design, we have the audio volume. There's two buttons, one up and one lower. And the same thing on the back of the steering wheel for this side as well. We have an upper and a lower button to adjust your audio presets. Now, there's also a little paddle hiding behind here to kind of manually adjust your regenerative braking. So kind of on the fly, if you want more regen, you just pull the paddle in and you'll get more regen braking. Behind the steering wheel, we have a multifunction stalk on the left side for all of your headlight, all of your high beam controls, I should say, as well as your turn signals, and all of your wiper adjustments too, front and rear. And on the other side, we have our gear selector. So if you're familiar with the Cadillac Lyriq, it's pretty darn similar to that. So we basically just pull forward, and that will put us into neutral, pull forward and down for drive, and then pull forward and up for reverse, and that is where our backup camera will pop up. Little overview of the camera system before we go a little bit further. We have a top-down view with all of our cameras put together, rear view, and then we also can adjust to a rear overhead view, rear wheels, and then also a hitch view. For the front camera, we have a normal front, an overhead front, and the front wheels, which is pretty nice. Also some customization there too with the cameras. Turn on and off the surround view, or just get a larger main view. Turn on and off your parking assist and your guidance lines. So pretty neat camera system there. And then to put the car in park, all you need to do is press the N button in, and you're in park. Now let's take a look at our driver's display here, and lots of different screens we can customize. This is kind of the main one, I guess you could say, with our digital speedometer here. Also our battery percentage at the bottom, and you could see a distance till you need a charge right down there. It'll also show you what mode you're in with that little flag there. So we are in sport mode currently. We have date, time right in the middle, your odometer, what gear you're in at the bottom over here, and what kind of power you're using. If you're using power, it'll go up like so, and if you're braking, it'll kind of turn green, but you'll see it in our test drive video. But to customize, all we have to do is press this button here, and there's a bunch of different gauge cluster views. Now this will be kind of a Google Maps view. Over here, kind of a driver's assistance view, so that'll work up with the lane keeping assist. This one here, kind of a simplistic view, and a kind of alternate view. You can also get your audio information over here, and then back to the original one. Now if you press this button here, that will kind of let you change your source, and pretty neat. And you could just toggle down with these little buttons here. Our upper dash is nice, soft to the touch, and it also houses a very nice and large heads-up display too, which you can customize different information. And that leads me down to the kind of main event in this interior, and it's just this huge screen. And it almost looks borderless because, as you can see, the actual display part of the screen goes right to the edge. And there's also a bit of screen inside the volume knob too. There's a couple of pretty important buttons over here below the volume knob. You can press this button over here, and then that will actually turn the vehicle off. Then you also have this button here to control your headlights. Realistically, just leave it in the automatic headlight control. You always will have the rest of your climate controls right at the bottom of the screen though, so they are constant. They'll stay there. They're not going to go anywhere. And you also do have some climate controls down there too. So you have your temperatures to either side here. Your seats control, so we have our heated seats and our cooled seats up front for both the driver and passenger, as you can see there. We have our AC and heat recirculating, also our fan speed right here, and where the air blows. That's pretty cool. You can also sync the temperatures like so, but that is very nice that they don't have you know, a climate menu that you have to go into. It's all just right there, and you can adjust it right in front of your fingertips here. So let's get into the main functionality screen here. So let's click the home button. We have shortcuts up top. There's also kind of a hidden button up here to mute the audio too, so that's, and kind of turn the screen off. Okay, I've got the screen back on. I just had to figure out how to get it back on, and all you have to do is just double tap the screen. It'll come back. But we do have presets up here for the home button, and all a bunch of different, you know, things like the phone button, the Google Maps, audio, and things like that. But yes, nice large screen. We can get into the audio screen here, where you can see a nice big display. We have all of our presets over here and our different options, and we also have our sound settings too, which we can adjust right there. Going back to home, we of course have our Google Maps, which is not set up at the current moment. We have a phone screen, your Google Assistant, Google Play Store, as well as accessing your climate control through the screen. Very nice. Choose your temperatures, fan speed, and pretty much everything throughout the screen too, instead of just going through here, which is nice. They give you a secondary control. We also have all of our settings, which you could scroll through. Wi-Fi hotspot. We also have some vehicle status here, which you can go in and check your tire pressure, energy information screen as well, and also your trip settings. Pretty neat visual here, and you can kind of press on each segmentation of the car, and it'll give you these little plus buttons, and it'll give you all the various information put in these little bars here. We have a pretty cool charging screen here. It'll kind of tell you a estimated time to get to your 80% for 225 miles, and you can also up it. So that's a pretty neat one. And you also have a charge later screen, so kind of a charging schedule there. We have your charging schedule there as well. And I guess what the charge later screen is, you could basically set up a time you want it to start. charging the vehicle, and then you can also put the preconditioning on at a certain time, which is cool. Going back to home, we could view our camera systems. We also have a bunch of different controls through here. You can adjust your heads-up display, the brightness, height, and rotation, and just turn it off. We can turn our dome lights on. And we can also toggle on and off your auto high beams and the parking assist function. We have more controls over here for the doors and windows. Adjust the height for your tailgate there. All of your lighting controls. One pedal driving. So for our test drive video, we're going to leave it on the on setting, and then there's also a high and off, and then we also have our garage door openers there too. Swiping over, we can see our drive modes, which we have normal. You can also click the informational to kind of give you some hints and about the modes that we're in. We have sport, snow and ice, and then a my mode, which you can adjust. Pretty neat. You can adjust the steering feel, braking, acceleration, the engine or motor sound levels, and that's just an informational about that. And then you can also adjust the regenerative braking with this button here. We also have a couple of things from Google, such as podcasts and news, once you sign in and subscribe. But that pretty much does it for the screen here. Pretty nice look. You can also tap that button up here to kind of get a jumbulation of your radio and the Google Maps, and then you can also adjust to see tire pressures and the Google Assistant there too. So pretty nice screen. Very large, of course, but very easy to get used to. Now, the physical climate controls are down here. You do have some. We have our temperatures to either side. You can turn the whole system on and off and also activate the automatic functionality. And you can also adjust your fan speed and your defrosters there too. Very nice looking air vents right below, and this really deep storage pad. It goes all the way in there, so I guess you could throw your phone there and kind of forget about it while you're driving. Massive storage console too. Look how deep that is, with some two USB-C connections. We have some cup holders here, wireless charging pad for your phone, and a very nice soft armrest, which is pretty huge inside. We have another USB-C connection and a 12-volt power outlet too, with some illumination in there. The passenger side has this little shelf where they could store smaller things. We have some stitching, nice soft touch leather, and some suede as well in there with some trim. The glove box is a pretty decent size. And taking a look up top, again, we have a full black headliner. Our visors have mirrors and lights in them. And pretty much a very simple center stack up here. We have our tap illumination and also our OnStar SOS buttons with your hazards as well up here. And last but not least, we have one more feature to check out. And right now, that just looks like a regular rear view mirror, but if you pull the magic tab, that will turn it into our rear view camera mirror. So that's definitely a pretty nice feature. Lots and lots of different features going on in this Blazer EV. I hope you have enjoyed this car just as much as I have, and I also hope you stick around for the test drive video I will have at the same time as this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you stick with us for future videos.